This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Brook and Beard Barbershop in McHenry, Illinois. Located right downtown on Green Street, right next to Buddy's Pizza. Very conveniently located. They have parking right across the street. Or like I said before, you can park right out front. They take walk-ins. It's not recommended, but they do take walk-ins. If they're not busy, they'll take you. They also do children's haircuts. Not a lot of people do children's haircuts, especially barbershops. Unless it's like a specific children's haircutting place, but they will do their best to give your kid the best haircut he can get. I'm actually bringing in Jonah in there soon. You know, he'll turn 2 in September, so he's really young. Luke told me to bring him right in. They also do straight razor for your hair and your beard. Like I was saying on the last episode, I have very sensitive skin, and you know, they take that extra step to use the steamer right before he uses the straight razor. Not all the barbers in there do the steamer. Luke was telling me that some of them also use the warm wet towel method, which does the same exact thing. But he just prefers to use the steamer. Anyway, I have very sensitive skin. I never have any razor burn or anything like that. So, yeah. If you have sensitive skin like me and you always opt out of a straight razor like I used to, now you don't have to do that anymore. I got my hair cut last week from Luke. The beard's still a pretty good lineup right here. I told him I'd show you guys. I have hat head, but you can see the fade. You know, it's good quality, great place. Brook and Beard Barbershop. Look them up. Go to www.brookandbeard.com/Torgy Talk. And when you do book your appointment, go in the notes and say that we sent you too, just so it's a double confirmation. All right. Yeah. Shout out to Brook and Beard Barbershop in McHenry, Illinois. Book appointments online or give them a call. We are now proud to announce that we are sponsored by 301 Boys Barbecue Supply in Johnsburg, Illinois. Yeah. This place is fantastic, everybody. If you like smoking or barbecuing or grilling, anything, this is the place you need to go. It's all local businesses that they support there. So every sauce and seasoning, all local. That's what kind of drew me into this place. And it was a recommendation from my brother too, as well. He was like, dude, you got to check this place out. They have everything. So I walked in with the intention of smoking my first brisket. It was smoking my first anything, honestly. So I went in there, told him I bought $100 brisket, and he's like, well, that was a little risky, but hey, I got you. So he helped walk me through everything from the seasoning to the binder to scoring the fat to literally every step of the way. He walked me through it, and he actually gave me his number so I could call him on my like when I was doing it if I had any questions. I was really hesitant to do it, but I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to do it. Called him up because my brisket was stalling at 193 for like 3 hours. I'm like, dude, I got 10 degrees left. What do I do? He's like, pull it. You're good. I pulled it, wrapped it in the towel, threw it in the cooler, just like he told me. It turned out so damn good. Couldn't have been happier. So yeah, Scott's a great guy. Scott Crawford. He's the owner. This guy literally, like I said, I mean, he took time out of his Sunday to literally help me out. That's how much the dude, you know, loves community. So anyway, go check this place out. You won't be disappointed. Seasoning, sauces, smokers. They even sell meat now, which is pretty cool. They also got some cool merch. Bought this sweatshirt a while ago. But yeah, no. Check them out. 301 Boys Barbecue Supply, Johnsburg, Illinois. Check them out on Facebook. The number 3-0-1-BOYS. That's 301 Boys Barbecue Supply, Johnsburg, Illinois.
I want that
Torgy Talk.
I love that
Torgy Talk.
I want that
Torgy Talk.
I love that
Torgy Talk. Torgy Talk. Torgy Talk. Torgy Talk. Torgy Talk. Welcome back to Torgy Talk, everybody. Episode 12. We got some big news.
Whoa!
So Seth is taking a step back. He's trying to focus on school. So in the meantime, and permanently, we have our new co-host, my brother-in-law, Curtis Kennedy.
What's up?
Permanent.
We got it.
I
Yeah.
graduated.
All right. So not only do we have a new co-host, we have a very, 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 very special guest. My brother, Joseph Jones. Everybody.
Special isn't like short bus special.
But special as in a great person.
Like I showed up on the show.
This guy is an American hero, everybody. Yeah, no, you are. You are.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I
No,
really like
okay.
his enthusiasm though.
No, I love it. Okay.
makes it great.
So Joe was an ex-Marine. You did what? Two tour, or you did one tour in Iraq and two
Other
training
other-
tours?
Yeah, doing stuff on Muse, training other countries, going out, getting drunk, all that other bullshit.
There you go. He is one of my heroes, literally. I'm not even kidding. Not trying to
No,
blow you
no.
right here. But no, I look up to you like
If you do
like
though,
I will blow you if you want me to.
I'd like it.
No, no,
fans.
you are literally. I look up to you like a big brother
Well,
for
I
sure.
appreciate it.
Yeah, no, this guy, guys, he's literally an American hero. He cut this out.
Let's go.
There we go.
Joe, you made him speechless.
There's so many
Making him nervous.
There's so many people in my life that have done that too. Though it's probably not a good thing.
No, it's
never
a
really
great
happened on good
it's a
level.
great thing to make someone speechless. It's all good. It's all good.
Are we still going?
Yeah. We cut.
I'm still in. I'm still
Yeah.
in.
No, we're still in. We're still in.
Hell yeah.
So tell us a little bit about you.
A little bit about me.
Yeah.
Well, which part of it?
Wherever you want to start.
Shit, dude. I mean, what?
When you were 18, you just joined the military.
Oh yeah, dude. 18 years old. What? Going into senior year of high school or whatever it is when you're allowed to. Joined up. Grandpa got really pissed off because he was a fucking old squid. Told me he'd rather have his sister in a whorehouse than me in the Marine Corps. So that was kind of good. Made me proud. No, it was cool. But yeah, did that. Graduated high school. Left like a month after. Fucking got out of Dodge.
So how long after you got in was your first deployment?
First one. So got in July, and was it April? So July 04, I went to started boot camp, and April 05 was my first deployment.
Okay. Was it that wasn't the combat deployment,
No,
right?
no, nothing too crazy. Went to
Okay.
Okinawa, fucking did some training, learned how to do jungle shit
Okay.
that we'd never actually use. Went and trained with the Filipino Marines. It was kind of cool. I don't know. It was a good little fucking introduction to, I don't know, deployment life or just being in the military in general. But definitely didn't really set the tone for the second deployment.
So boot camp though. So obviously I've heard, dude, your vape is going crazy, dude. Your vape is strobe lighting right now. It's a goddamn EDM show over there.
So I got one thing to say. Say it real quick.
Whoa!
There we go, baby. Okay.
It truly is a game changer.
No,
going.
it's
It
live.
does, it
Yeah,
does.
it's the live band, man.
No, he gets people fucking.
That's
all
what I'm
riled
saying,
up.
dude. Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
Like I'm excited in ways that I probably shouldn't talk about right now.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. All right. So, I know that, obviously, Marines are top dogs of the military. They talk shit about the Army guys. I know your boot camp was way harder than basic training. What? Don't make that face. I know it.
I mean,
no, it's way harder. You guys have, what is the thing
like-
that, at the end, what is the,
the Crucible or whatever
yes,
it is.
the Crucible. Tell us
Yeah.
about the Crucible.
I'm supposed to remember some of that, huh? It's a fucking long.
It's like 3 days, right?
It's only been 20 years. Come on.
19. Close enough though.
It's like three days, right?
56 hours, I think, or something like that. Don't quote me on it. Like seriously, like I don't fucking remember. Like is like retarded as, or not retarded. I guess it's not retarded. It's just fucking as almost arrogant as is to say like boot camp was like probably the easiest thing I did in the military. But I mean, for infantry guys, you know, that's kind of by design,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Life just gets shittier and shittier, and then all of a sudden, like, life really fucking sucks. But for whatever reason, you enjoy it and you bitch about it 24/7 because you probably enjoy bitching about it more than anything else.
Of course.
But no, yeah,
We
the
bitched about
Crucible-
everything.
right?
Yeah. No, I get it. I get
Yeah,
it.
yeah. If they're not bitching, be concerned.
Of
Something's
course, for sure.
Something's wrong then.
For sure.
But no, what was it for me? Like when the Crucible, that was like second phase or whatever. So you have 3 phases. Each phase is whatever the fuck it is, 3 months, 4 months, 4 months. It's 12. It's 13 weeks total.
My bad. I just got to myself.
Yeah, we did it in second phase when I went through. I think now they do it at the very end, like it's the last thing you do, and then they get their Eagle Globe and anchor, and you know, welcome your Marine. Like, well, you know, everybody cries, and you know, hee ha, yay. Shit, I don't know. I always hated the pop and circumstance shit. Like tradition's important and stuff like that. But
Oh, yeah,
at
for
least
sure.
for me, I never saw the purpose in it. But different time, right?
Yeah.
It's got its purpose. Just right then and there, it didn't seem like it did. But it even then it did. You just don't fucking see it at that time.
So how long is it?
What?
Don't you? Isn't it like a crazy ruck?
I don't even remember how long it is that you actually hike. There is a specific number.
I think one of my buddies said it's like 30 plus or something like
mean,
that
you're-
throughout 3 days.
By the time
It's like
you're
3 days of 10 to 12 mile ruck marches.
Oh, I mean, you go everywhere and you carry everything that you're gonna live with that entire time. You carry on yourself.
Yeah.
And, so like I said,
And
it's a good introduction.
That ruck weighs way heavier than the packing list says it does.
I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I mean,
Every time we went on a ruck, they were like, the pack weighs 35, and you put the packing list in there, it's like fucking 58. I'm like, no way, 35. Get the fuck out of here.
Dude, you're talking about like fucking putting numbers together and like reading
Yeah,
shit. Like
yeah.
we're talking to a Marine here. We don't do that. That's we'll be
Well,
honest.
according to the Army, the packing list was supposed to weigh 35 pounds, and then it was like fucking literally like 50 plus. I'm like, you guys are fucking idiots. This is not fucking 35 pounds. That's why my back is fucked. I need surgery. That's not a joke. I need surgery.
No, it'll feel good later. Don't
yeah,
Weigh
yeah.
the bag empty.
Yeah. Well,
You know?
Yeah. Either way, though, like I said, boot camp. Like, I don't. For people, it's challenging. I grew up with a kind of military discipline.
yeah.
My grandpa raised me, and he was fucking 20-year squid. Did World War II, Korea, all that fucking shit. So I was already used to like that kind of discipline and accountability, if you would. So the whole like getting yelled at and like that's all boot camp is. It's just
Yeah.
getting yelled at. Like
Yeah, again, break it down to build you back up.
Yeah.
So did you have any like were you like homesick at all during basic or
No,
or
not
boot camp?
I mean, I'm sure I was, right? Like, I mean,
I'll
I would
tell you.
say,
I'll
like,
tell
the
you guys
first
right
week-
now. I cried for sure because I miss my mom. Dead ass serious. I was raised by my mom.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't have that much of a problem. I mean, childhood shit. That's fucking
Yeah, no,
completely
for
different.
sure.
That's a completely different.
Well,
fucking
if you're raised by your
Pandora's box.
grandpa, yeah.
Yeah. No.
No,
yeah.
dead ass serious,
Mom
dude.
was-
Like
mom
I
like
was
good
literally
people.
raised by my mom. I mean, I saw my dad every other weekend, but raised by my mom, and the mama's boy literally cried my eyes out. Not like people didn't see me crying. I went into the bathroom, took a shit, and cried a little bit. Like,
Did you guys have doors on your shitters?
yeah,
Weird.
yeah. Well, we also had a co-ed basic training. We had girls in our basic training.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's probably really important you had doors on your shitters.
Yes,
then.
yes. So nobody wanted to see me fucking, doing some crazy stuff. Nothing too crazy though.
You didn't want to see your fellow female soldiers taking a shit?
No.
Oh, well, I think that was kind of a thing in Iraq, actually. At least there was like this fucking video that never. We can get to that later, but fucking female soldier ladies.
So yeah, we had a co-ed basic training, but ours, Jake actually just graduated basic training. My buddy Jake, he's 29 and he went to basic training. He's in the National Guard now.
Oh,
because he wants to fly he wants to fly helicopters.
so he's going to do the whole warrant officer thing?
he's doing OCS. So he's going to get commissioned, and then he's got to go to warrant officer school. So he's got a long ways to go.
I have no idea how any of that works. All I know is that in the Army you can be a warrant officer and fly.
Yeah,
And
but you have to be a regular commissioned officer first, and then you can go. I think you have to go to.
No, you can. So to be a warrant officer, you actually start out in.
Really?
I'm not trying to be like a fucking.
No,
know-all
like
or anything.
as far
To be a-
that's what I thought.
Yeah, no. A
could
warrant
be
officer warrant officers start out as enlisted, and then there's like an application process that they go through and all this other shit.
Okay.
And then I know I'm sure for the Army and getting into flight training and all that other stuff, there's a whole other set of fucking rules and other shit that these guys got to go through to get and be screened on to be qualified to do that stuff. But no, they're warrant officers are always prior enlisted. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there is like a commissioned officer that became a warrant officer, but I highly doubt it because they.
Yeah, I'm not too sure how to get there from being enlisted, but I know that
It's not easy. It's
No,
not
no,
easy. It's a
definitely
trying
not.
process. I think when it comes to, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know a whole lot about it, especially like when it comes to like the Army side and becoming a pilot and whatnot.
Right. Yeah.
I do know that on the Marine side, a warrant officer, especially like an infantry warrant officer, which is a gunner, like they're like fucking unicorns. Like you don't see them there's not a whole lot of them. You don't see them often because they're always off doing fucking gunner shit, which who the fuck knows what that actually is. But they tend to be fucking like wealths of fucking knowledge. But very fucking rare to come across, and it's a fairly prestigious position. So I would imagine for any other branch it is as well. But yeah, they're always prior enlisted guys.
Yeah, so according to what Jake is doing right now, he's actually like I said, he just finished basic training and he's doing OCS first, is what they said. And then apparently after he finishes OCS, then he has to pretty much check around in every state and pretty much see if they have an opening for flight school. So I don't know if he has to do OCS first, but that's what his recruiter told him, and that's what they're kind of guiding him through.
Well, I mean, hell, he's in it right now, so
Yeah,
he would know better than anybody
I
else.
mean, he graduated basic training as an E4, so he's one of those guys because he's got a degree.
That's a thing.
Pew pew. Yeah. Did you not graduate with anybody with a E4?
No, the absolute highest I think that you can graduate from Marine Corps boot camp is an E3.
Yeah,
So-
we had multiple E4s. There's the guys that had college degrees.
Yeah, no, that's not a thing.
No, yeah.
At least it wasn't a thing in the Marine Corps. Because I mean,
I
especially
think now it is now.
Well, but so now here's the thing though. An E4, when you say an E4 for the Army though, you're not talking because you have two separate fucking ranks with the E4, or you have two separate ranks.
They're getting rid of.
within E4.
I think they're trying to get off the specialist and go more towards corporal.
Right, but those E4s though would have been specialists, I would imagine.
Yeah,
Because still a corporal, to my understanding, at least in the Army, is still at that point is a non-commissioned officer.
Yes.
Which
But it doesn't.
the only rank that there of an E4 that there is in the Marine Corps is a corporal, so you'd be a non-commissioned officer. And I mean, without any kind of like prior enlisted experience, I mean, the Marine Corps would never let you fucking roll like that. And not to mention, everybody else would be all pissed off and savage about it, and
Yeah.
nobody would ever let you fucking
You fuckers ever jump out of a helicopter?
No.
like jumped out like with a parachute.
Yeah,
No.
No parachutes. No parachutes out of a helicopter. You fast rope out of a helicopter.
Yeah, I've
Aerosol.
I've fast roped and rappelled
You
out
have?
of helicopters, but yeah, no.
How high up?
That's dope. It's about like fucking like 40 feet,
I think
30, 40 feet.
yeah,
Maybe
they normally try to keep it to that 40-foot mark. I know that like the furthest that I think they allow safely is like 80 or something like that, but like I think the
Yeah,
Break
it's
all your
fa- it's
fucking
fa-
ribs.
That's aerosol
You
shit.
hit the
dude. That's-
ground.
it gets towed. Well,
Have you ever seen
double
Black Hawk
layer.
Down?
Yeah, Black Hawk.
Yeah, that. Oh no, that's not the right one. A little late. There it is.
It's all right.
But in Black Hawk Down, they fast rope down that shit. Yeah, it's aerosol.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's aerosol shit.
Do you use like pulleys, or you just fucking put gloves
No,
on?
you put gloves on and you.
Yeah, you double glove it, and you'll have like an underlayer glove on. Most guys would wear like shooting gloves, whatever gloves they're gonna wear.
Some Kevlar shit or something.
No, and most of us just would wear like mechanics gloves. I mean, now they make them in all fucking fancy camouflage colors and shit like that. It's just they're good. They're good, solid gloves.
Yeah.
But then you'd wear an outer glove over it. Welding gloves were some of the best ones.
Oh, totally. Those
Said
are
I
thick
felt-
as fuck.
Yeah, and because the thing is, and you need it because you start going down that rope, and it's you plus body armor, your gun.
That's a
all
lot
that
of
bullshit.
weight. Yeah.
And you start moving quick, and the only way that you don't move quick is by you applying more force and more friction
To your hands. Yeah.
and your feet, and
So was
also
that for
kinda
like? Did
pushing
you do
out.
that for like air assault school or
No, it's
Did
just
you do that? Did you do that in Iraq
no, I never did that in Iraq, and I know
or for that? Was that just like normal Marine training? Because that's like air assault
It
school
is.
for the Army.
it kind of is normal Marine training. So Marine infantry battalions have different types of, we have different companies, or they have different companies. I think they still have different companies, but you'd have 3 line companies, which would be Alpha through Charlie, or if 2nd Battalion, Jesus Christ, what the hell was it? Echo through Golf. Either way, irrelevant. But one company would be a track company, so they'd ride in AAVs and shit like that. And that was their main mode of transportation into a target area. And then you'd have the helo company, which their job was helo inserts. So and part of that has to do with is fast roping and rappelling out of helicopters. And then you'd have the last company, which would be your amphibious raid company, which they'd use Zodiacs, little sexy boats that you see the SEALs use.
Those inflatable boats.
Yeah, and it's really cold and it's wet and it's shitty, and being able to swim is actually a fucking curse. So,
Yeah.
And they put you into that, and then with that, being in an amphibious raid company, they make you learn everybody else's shit too, because you're the only company that can do amphibious raids, because there's swim qualifications that you have to do for it. It's actually not that fucking hard. At least I didn't think it was. I mean, like the scouts, the dudes that are scout swimmers, that's a different story. But so a lot of guys in Marine infantry battalions will fast rope just because they like to keep everybody kind of cross trained to a basic.
So that's
level.
crazy because like in the Army, everybody that fast ropes is the only people that fast rope are air assault qualified. They have the air assault badge and everything. They went to air assault school and all that shit.
Nope. We have hearse masters, and those are the guys who actually like go to school to learn how to rig everything up, and
then they just train you how to do it.
yeah, they're the ones that oversee all of it.
That's crazy.
You'll never fast rope out of a helicopter without a hearse master overseeing it, and he's normally he's normally a squad leader or a platoon sergeant would from that company on that stick. So, but no, they're very big on cross training with stuff like
That's
that.
awesome though. That the fact that you got to fast rope without.
Take some nuts dropping 80 feet out of a fucking helicopter on a rope.
It's fucking bullshit, is what it is.
Dude, if you fell, you're breaking your back, your fucking ribs, you're toast.
No, I fucking shredded my ankle when I was a new guy fucking fast roping, and it's just because I landed wrong. Wasn't anything that anybody else did except for my fucking self.
Well, you got all the weight on you if you land on your.
Yeah, and you got the weight on you, and there's uneven ground, this and that, and it's just shit happens.
That's
right?
yeah.
And I mean,
Dude, I was terrified in basic training when we had to do like the rappel wall. Like I crawled to the rappel. I'm so terrified of fucking heights. I'm a bitch when it comes to heights, dude. I literally crawled to the edge of it, and then once you realize like the drill sergeants will push you off the edge literally because you're harnessed in.
Yeah.
And you have gloves on, and you just literally have a fucking chip behind your back, and you just release it and jump. And then bring it back, and as soon as you bring it back, it catches you.
That sounds fucking awesome.
It is cool. Like I said, I crawled to the edge, but once I was like on the edge, I was like, okay, I'm good now. But like looking over the edge and like backing up and trusting the rope, that's the whole point of it. They want you to like understand that your equipment works. That's like
Yeah.
the gas chamber. They want you to understand your gas mask works.
Well, imagine skydiving, dude. They want to know that fucking.
I want to
parachute.
skydive
You know what I mean?
I want to skydive
awesome.
so bad.
It's awesome.
I've never done it. I should have done it when I was in Hawaii. What an idiot.
Why would you jump out of a perfectly good plane?
So I always fucking wondered that myself. Like, I mean, there was a time in my military career where I wanted to go to a specific unit, and that was it would have been one of those. In skydiving is one of those things that those guys have to do. So it'd just be
Like
part of the job.
paratrooping type shit?
No, I wanted to get into like force reconnaissance company, which I actually ended up getting orders to, but I had to.
Is it like private military? Then?
No. It's just it's a
Like BlackRock, dude. Holy shit.
no. They're a long range reconnaissance asset within the Marine
Oh,
Corps.
okay. More scouting and shit like that.
Yeah, that, but they also specialize in like direct action raids. They do a lot of they pretty much have the special operations skill set, but they don't fall under special operations command, which is that whole big organic thing within the United States military that oversees like all the special forces units.
Without all the bureaucratic bullshit, basically. Is this
Yeah, well, I mean, they're still attached. I mean, they're
You
still
can't get away
organic.
from it,
Yeah, they're
yeah.
still organic to the Marine Corps, so there's nothing but bureaucratic bullshit. But that's just the United States military. It's the fucking name of the game, right?
Yeah, the United States in general.
Yeah, well,
Right.
hey, it's a machine. It's a machine. It's meant to fight and win war, and it does a really good fucking job at it.
I will not argue with that.
And anything that gets squashed in its way or fucking doesn't fit in, like that's just fucking is what it is.
I think that stemmed from that World War II shit. I think we realized how weak we were with like Pearl Harbor and shit like that. That's what, at least from the History Channel, that's what I've heard. Like
No.
from documentaries. I wasn't in the military, but
No. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, I obviously can't speak very well out of that, but I mean,
yeah.
Post World War One, the United States military drew down and got small again, and
That was the Great Depression and shit like that.
well, that followed right in the 1930s.
That war
and all
was
shit.
that war is that World War. You think
That was
everybody thinks
trench fighting.
Everybody
the
thinks
whole
World War.
War I.
Everybody thinks World War II was crazy. World War One was insane.
That was
Well,
all trench fighting,
Trench
mustard
war,
gas
trench
and
warfare.
shit.
Dude, that is some brutal, muddy, sad fucking war.
They spend way more time on World War II in school.
I mean,
for
World War
sure.
World War II was definitely more deadly, but World War One was, I think, potentially more violent.
Well, you got to look at it.
hand-to-hand,
hand-to-hand
yeah.
violent, right?
Well, I mean, I guess, right? I mean, now, like one of the biggest casualty causes in World War One, to my understanding, was artillery, and then machine gun fire, right? But that was the first large scale modern war, at least what is considered a modern
Yeah,
war, where
right.
you had,
That's when
Modern-
the Gatling gun came out, right?
Gatling gun was actually that was initially fielded. Actually, they fielded it in the Civil War on small numbers, but it was a hand crank instead of what were the
Instead
actual
of a
machine-
trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of what you would actually see in World War One, or what would start to emerge with the water cooled and the air cooled, actually fully
High
automatic
tech
machine
shit
guns.
where you're not cranking a fucking machine.
No,
to
where
do
it's
it.
actually using the gas. That's
Yeah.
that's generated from the round and from the propellant, and actually causing the weapon to cycle. So it's using what it expends to cycle the next
Right.
round. But it was the first modern war.
Yeah.
And at that point though, nobody understood how to use all this shit. Nobody had ever even fought each other.
Well, there was no rules of war. Like now you can't use certain things on your people. Like the guy from Syria that
They
gassed
still
all
had
his people.
No, they still had wars. I mean, there was it was a treaty from. Oh, somebody that watches your podcast will fucking correct me to all hell on this, and as they should, because I apologize for not knowing the exact year of the fucking treaty, but it was 1890.
Treaty of Versailles.
No. This actually
I was
has,
thinking that too. for
That's the
some
only
reason.
treaty I know.
Same.
no. This actually
Correct me.
This has to do with World War One, and because you're talking about how they use gas in Syria and shit like that. Well, World War One gas was a big.
It was
thing.
mustard gas though, right?
Mustard gas, chlorine gas, and
Napalm or no? Was that after? That was Vietnam.
Yeah,
That was
napalm was
60s.
us in Vietnam, and
Yeah.
fucking destroying the
Yeah, like
entire
60s,
countryside
70s
with
was
a bunch of
Vietnam.
dick
Brain cancer, all that shit from all that crazy shit they put on people.
Yeah, but there was actually
Pointless war.
There was an
Yeah.
actual treaty before World War One. I believe it was some treaty. I believe it was signed in 1903. It was either that or 1893 or somewhere in that fucking ballpark. I'm sure you'll have somebody on your. There's probably somebody that'll watch this.
We got a
that
live
follows
stream
you
next
guys.
time. Get some comments.
Right, they're gonna be like, "Hey, dumb motherfucker, you got your ears all sorts of fucked up." And be like,
Yeah.
Like, I'm just pulling this shit out of my ass. Like, no, not really.
What the fuck you want me to do?
But there was a treaty prior to World War One that all the European countries had signed, stating that essentially agreed in the outlaw of the banning of chemical warfare in within conflict.
It was rules of war, essentially.
Wait,
It was
where did you
being
say the treaty
humane.
was? Europe?
It was European. It was amongst the European countries because I don't know if the U.S. was involved in it. I mean, at that point, we were still an isolationist country. We weren't involving ourselves.
That was right after the Civil War, right? Or was it like 40 years after the Civil War? Right?
Yeah,
Something
yeah.
like
Well,
that.
what Civil War ended in the 1860s?
The Geneva Protocol.
Treaty.
I don't know. So,
It was. All I know is it was signed. I believe it was signed somewhere. It was somewhere in that 1903.
There was some sort of treaty before World War One.
This one,
is
I'm
what you're
sorry.
saying.
This one says 1925. The Protocol of Prohibition for the use of asphyxiating or poisonous other gases and bacteriological methods of warfare.
So that's probably something prior to the Geneva Convention that everybody.
This says the Geneva Protocol.
Oh,
But this
okay.
was 1925 though.
Well, that would. So I believe the Geneva
that-
Convention was
I
sometime
think that's
after
during the
World
war or
War I.
post-war?
Yeah, I believe it was post World War One. I don't know. I know that we had to follow the rules of the Geneva Convention, even though we were fighting an ununiformed military.
Yeah, it's
Kinda
fucked up.
bullshit.
How did World War I start? Was a guy getting assassinated in Argentina or something like that? Or not
No, it was-
Argentina.
World War One. No, it was Archduke,
Archduke
Ferdinand.
Yep.
Yeah, he was
Francis
assassinated,
Ferdinand.
Yeah, he
right?
was assassinated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
he was
that's
the heir.
when
To he was the heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne.
Austria. I said Argentina. That's not even in Europe.
It started
Yeah.
with A.
Hey,
Yeah.
we're close.
No, it was-
Djibouti.
Yeah, he was the heir. To
Djibouti.
Yep. And I forgot what the hell the name is, Franco Princip or whatever the fuck that dude's name was. But either way, somewhere in Serbia, fucking dude fucking shot him. And next thing you know, bunch of cousins that fucking were pissed off at each other decided they were going to fucking start a goddamn world war over it. And fucking millions of people later dead. Well,
Now, that is the definition of a snowball effect.
well,
You want to explain it to a child? All these people died in the early 1900s. Just from a snowball.
Yeah.
no, pretty much. I mean, what? All those dudes, they're all fucking descendants of Queen Victoria, like the King of England, the Emperor of Germany, and the Tsar of Russia. They were all fucking cousins.
No way.
No,
Really?
yo, the bloodline
Yeah.
for all of like.
Yeah, it was
the
fucking
presidents.
Well, they
crazy,
want to
dude.
keep the bloodline pure was the mindset back then.
Right. Like incest
Yeah.
is best. Put your cousin to the test. Like shit was fucked up.
Sweet home Alabama.
I wonder why they all fucking feuded with each other. The goddamn dudes were so fucking mentally fucked from all the
Yeah.
incest. That it's just like, of course I want to kill you. You're my cousin. You fucked my cousin. I
Well,
want to
if
fuck
you're,
my cousin.
everybody's pissed at each other for fucking cousins.
Right.
You can't win. Trust me, I would know. I fucked my cousin.
Twice.
Nobody laughs.
Hey, anything
Did this
up
guy
to-
fuck his cousin?
Damn,
up,
dude.
up until the first times it's considered experimental, so it's okay.
I'm trying to keep the bloodline pure.
Ugh.
Very easy there, fucking Targaryen. Or a Lannister at this point. Easy there, Jamie Lannister.
I'll put Phil Collins on right now and jam the fuck out.
Somebody's gonna listen to some of this shit and get really fucking offended.
Yeah, well, fuck those little fucking snowflake
What,
ass
they
bitches.
can know
dude.
that John Goodman did 9/11. Put that camera on me right now. I swear to motherfuck. If you don't look up John Goodman 9/11, the Pope John Paul, whatever
he mentioned this
fucking
last
number we're on, is
did.
gonna get your
This is
sweet ass.
This is another reel right here.
Oh yeah, this is mint. This is going in the reel too. You know what else is going in the reel? You guys looking up John Goodman.
Back to the show.
That was the show.
Okay, so
Roseanne's actually based on 9/11.
Don't get it.
yes. So
World wars are fucked up.
they are
All worlds are.
All worlds are fucked up.
Yeah,
See,
that's
I would
true,
know.
too.
I've been to a
That's-
couple.
That's
Ding
true,
dong.
dog. But all wars are fucked up.
Oh yeah.
the fact that you guys were trained on everything is super dope. The fact that we have to I was literally 2 sit-ups away in basic training from going to airborne school, which would have gotten I literally no the one sorry once one or 2 sit-ups away literally.
It's like the pacer test.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
I was
God.
I was
They
one,
outlawed that, you
I was
know.
1 or 2 sit-ups away from going to airborne school. And if I would have gone to airborne school, I would have went to 25th ID in Alaska instead of 25th ID in Hawaii. So 25th ID in Hawaii is 3rd Brigade. 25th ID in Alaska is 2nd Brigade.
2nd Brigade's airborne,
Yep.
and 3rd Brigade's not.
No. But they have air assault.
Y'all shit's so fucking big and crazy. Ain't nobody got time to keep up.
Well,
with all
that's
that
what I'm saying.
nonsense.
I think that's super cool. The fact that you don't have to go to a school to qualify for that.
No, they're just like, whatever, dude. Just fucking hold
Like,
on,
yeah,
and, hold
like,
on, and get
whatever,
to the fucking
dude,
bottom. And if you fuck it up, like,
Whatever,
you
dude.
fucked up.
Whatever, dude. Fucking Marines, we jump out of planes and we rappel out of them.
Hey,
Too.
my grandpa was a
no,
Marine,
we
and he
don't.
has a pit bull tattooed on his fucking arm.
Oh yeah, the bulldog. No, that's the thing, fucking the bulldog. But no, no jumping out of planes. Not a whole lot of fucking Marines are actually air qual, or jump qualled. But then that's just because we don't do that shit. We're supposed to be amphibious.
Okay, so
Supposed to be.
how long after basic training was the first training deployment?
All right, so
Are we firing it back up?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
We're back in.
like I said, went to boot camp in July 04, left for the first one, doing that training deployment, and that was April 2005. So however many months that was, I mean, it was
So
essentially
was it right after basic training, or I mean,
It was
so,
fairly soon
after basic training, you had to go to infantry school, right?
Yep, and that's what the fuck is that? 10 weeks or something like that?
Damn, really? Holy shit, that's longer than basic.
It really was.
Well, our basic is 10
So
weeks.
wait, what's the difference between boot camp, basic, and infantry training?
So boot camp is the Marine version of basic training. Basic training is we call it basic training. They call it boot camp.
Okay.
Ours is 10 weeks. How long is yours? 12?
13,
13.
I think.
So
So
there's
he's a badass and you're not.
correct.
Oh.
It's
Correct.
Just,
No,
all it is
correct.
is
No,
all
it's
it is
correct.
is- no, it all
Well,
it
you
is
also
is
you
just
also
your-
you also went to basic training like 10 years before I did. So yours was way harder than mine.
And
I would have probably no. I
Yeah, I
would have
mean-
cried. I wouldn't have quit. I would have cried. I wouldn't have quit.
It really wasn't.
Did you already
that
say you
bad.
Did you have to scrub the floors with toothbrushes?
I
and
cried.
shit?
I cried to my mom when I
Okay,
was
my
in
grandpa had to
basic
do
training.
that.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
wild.
and the toothbrush thing, like one, it wasn't the toothbrush that you fucking used on your own goddamn
No,
mouth,
no.
because that
Well,
shit's fucked.
That's
The only-
wrong.
The only
Right.
the only
Yeah.
toothbrush
when your
I
grandpa
used,
went through it, probably was the toothbrush that he used on his mouth.
They probably cleaned the toilet with it too.
More than likely. I mean, by the time I went
Shrimp-
through, they had
shrimp gumbo, shrimp stew, shrimp.
Jenny.
that's about all I could think of.
Oh,
But
I love you, Jenny.
But
Go
no,
on,
but no,
Devin.
they make sure you play all those fuck games, and all of that shit is just.
I love that.
Are you gonna do-
We say fuck
Are
games
you gonna
too.
do what you're told to
I
do?
love that.
And you're gonna do what you're told to do, and you're gonna shut the fuck up when you do it, and you're gonna do it to the best of your abilities. And if you miss something, you're gonna fucking do it all over again after you get fucking thrashed. Why? It's just attention to detail. It's just a fucking game.
That's good to have.
That's all it is.
That's good to have. I think every person should have that.
You know
Dude,
what?
you
Though?
think-
it's,
you
it's
think-
actually
you think-
detrimental.
For my basic training experience, you think your bed looks good? You think everything looks great? No, they're gonna fucking turn it over and flip it over.
Do you think any of that transferred over to your regular life?
Yes, for sure.
Like, you think you have discipline in your regular life because of that?
100%. I'm always punctual. Today I was late to going to my mom's house, and I was like really upset, and my stepdad was mad because my stepdad was in the Army Reserves for 22 years.
Yeah.
I've never been late, and he was pissed, and I was pissed. I'm like, I'm sorry, I fucking played golf too long.
Yeah.
But I hate being late. I am always 15 minutes early.
Well, it's time. It comes down to time management too.
If I'm
you know?
anything later than 15 minutes early, I'm late. If I'm
Yeah.
10 minutes early to something, I'm late. I'm
Yeah.
running behind. I get worked up about getting to work with 10 minutes to spare.
You want to have time to sit there too. I started at 8. I used to walk in at 8:01, all half stoned and shit. Like, get out of here, kid. Go home.
No, I definitely got a lot of discipline, and my work ethic definitely has come from the Army for sure.
Yeah, football kind of does that too, but it's nothing like
No.
the fucking. You live,
But dude,
at boot camp.
I have some of the best friends I've ever made in my entire life. Like my buddy Bobby Rose, my buddy Anthony. Dude,
Shout out Bobby
dude,
Rose.
Bobby Rose, dude. He's a truck driver driving for Saya.
Hell yeah.
I just talked to him yesterday, actually. No, dude, some of the best friends I've ever had in my entire life.
Fuck yeah.
That's the best part about
Well,
it.
when you go through hardship with people too, I feel like you
Props to
grow
the
closer,
people like
you know?
my brother-in-law Josh, dude. He's about to get his fucking. He's about to be sergeant major. He's been. In
Oh, is
15,
that the one that's fucking crew chief or whatever it was?
That's like that
he-
movie with the
he's
black
a,
guy,
uh,
right? That's got the big gap in his teeth. You know what I'm talking about?
No,
You're talking about Lawrence Fishburne?
There we go. That sounds right.
no,
I don't think that's it.
I don't think that's it either.
Okay.
no,
I was thinking Samuel L. Jackson.
I'm making
He doesn't
shit
have
up.
a gap though.
Keep going.
Wasn't he a crew chief or something like that originally? Right? Is that the one I'm thinking
No,
of?
no. He was a. Right now he's a first sergeant. He's an air traffic controller.
Oh, okay.
He's about to get his E9. He's about to be a fucking sergeant major, and he's only been in 15 years. He made rank fast, dude, and he has no combat deployments. But he got sent to Korea. That's why he doesn't have it. Because apparently, if you get sent
Does he say yes a lot?
probably
Yeah, that's yeah.
if you get
That's a shame.
apparently if you get sent to Korea, you won't see combat in the army. If you get sent to Korea, that was his first.
Well, he's only been in
post.
for. You said he's been in for 15 years.
15 yeah, 15 years, yeah.
Shit. What's math, dude? He missed all of. Well, he missed the. He kind of got it.
No, he
At
got
the
in.
time that he got in.
That
Though
was
Iraq
right when it
would've
was
been-
hot, though.
Yeah.
Well, no, Afghanistan was
08?
Afghanistan was hot.
Afghanistan would have been rocking and rolling for round 2.
You would think
hot and heavy, but Iraq would have been died down at that point. So I mean, and
So-
depending on, I mean, yet again, dude, depending on what you do, like,
Apparently they say in the army, if you get sent to Korea, you will never see a combat deployment because you're most likely to go back to Korea.
oh, see, I
That's that's what they say.
I ran into cats in Iraq that had been to,
Well, bless me.
you know, had to do shit, you know, be stationed in Korea or do
Yeah.
deployment in Korea or whatever the hell. I mean, so I don't know.
We found the movie though.
So
Major
yeah, we
Pain.
found Major Pain
Jesus,
with one of the Wayne's brothers.
It's a good one.
Major pain.
He doesn't actually have
Oh,
a
it's
gap in his teeth.
fucking
It's
hilarious,
just,
dude.
Just for the
Oh,
I can't think of any quotes, but man, is it a good one.
Yeah, no.
here I'll look some up.
chugga, choo choo. Fuck yeah! Come on, everybody knows Major Pain.
That's what I was trying to think of. You said Sergeant Major. I'm like, I'm picturing that guy from that movie.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, Major Pain. That's a funny ass fucking movie.
Yeah, I could beat him in a fight. If we, no, I couldn't. But if we,
Oh no, absolutely.
if we were all in and he was in the room with all of us, we could fuck him up.
Just don't bring your German Shepherd with, because he fucking shaved the dog.
You shaved your dog?
No,
he's
Major
bald.
Pain.
He's a little bald ass bitch.
Oh,
Go
I was
ahead.
talking about Major Pain, but
Yeah, no,
you shaved.
What?
You shaved Arlo.
no,
So Major Pain is your dog.
he might be.
Where are the royalty checks, you son of a bitch?
Oh,
His mom's actually a really nice lady.
Here's a quote from Major Pain.
Oh, I get it. I like that one.
It says, this is from Major Pain, the character himself. Killing is my business, and business is good.
Oh yeah.
See, he knows the voice and everything.
Yeah.
I've seen the movie plenty of times.
That's fucking solid. See that, and that's why he's the producer.
and that's why we have a good team
good
here,
ones.
boys. We have a good
I was 6 years
we have a good team. We have a great team at Tory Talk. Let's
Yeah, so-
again. Let's go around the clock. Frank, fucking put your camera on.
So come on
Show
down,
the
get your
people.
fucking pole waxed.
We got Frank.
Yeah,
Frank, the
there I am.
producer man, Frank,
There he is.
We got Curtis in the
right over his
background.
right shoulder.
He'll wax your pole, he'll
Devin
jerk
on
you
the
off,
keyboard.
he'll suck you so dry you got red little spots on your cock.
That's
said that?
that is the live band. Devin Weber, D Webby, and then we
morning.
got the little the cautious co-host. The cautious co-host.
Just learning and listening, you know.
I know he guys, give him some time. He's gonna be the funniest person on the podcast in about one episode,
8 years.
in about a half an episode. The rest of this episode
I
is
know,
his.
he's pretty good
I
last
don't
week.
know.
Learning and listening.
Bro,
No, we're all good. No, we're not.
where's the rest of his tequila? I bet you get him real fucking funny here. In a
Yo, where's
moment.
that tequila though?
I don't need no more.
No, we need you. We need a live tequila shot,
I want to laugh.
dude. He's playing the
Oh,
piano
why
for
not?
you, dude.
Yeah, you kind of got.
You
to.
need a live.
when
Oh, Curtis,
when the band demands class, you
I
must give
wanna
them
pump
class.
you up.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, Curtis. Back home.
There we go, baby.
Love you, Curtis.
Nice, beautiful.
You know, he just wrote his entrance song. That's fucking impressive.
Dude, that was
Brum, brum, brum.
Wow, Curtis!
Like that one actually brings like a tear to the eye.
Right? I was crying a little bit.
I love when you play the piano. Dude, throw
I
on
love
the
when
organ.
I jerk off. Okay,
Dude, throw on the organ. Let's get some fucking. Oh Lord,
Okay, here we go.
I want to praise the Lord. I want to be.
Easy there.
Should I take it easy with that?
No, just
Keep
hold
going.
on.
Okay.
You never take it easy with church.
I can't hold the mic at the same time and play piano, but I'll try to. Here we are, Curtis.
with the wind.
Hold the mic for me. Here we go.
This is what it's all about, baby.
It's a good time on Torgate Talk. Have a really good time. Cause it's a really beautiful time. It's a Torgate Talk.
Somebody give me a lighter. I need a
Adam
fucking encore
Sandler?
for this shit.
This is why I love my fucking this team is fantastic. We can't beat it. We can't beat it.
Yeah, you really you've compiled a bunch of miscreants here.
A bunch of
That's
weirdos.
fantastic.
It's a
No,
bunch of weirdos. We got a bunch of dorks here, eh?
Hey man, I'm just working here.
Hey, oh,
Hey, bada bing, bada boom.
Hey, I just dropped Mission Impossible style from my kitchen ceiling and put my cock in my NutriBullet.
Oh my god.
Yes, I was thinking of that for a while. I didn't
I
just
bet
go
you
up
were.
with that.
You didn't even hesitate.
Are you trying to be the next Billy Mays?
I try as hard
Billy
as I
Mays
can.
Do not snort the OxyClean. What the fuck? It's got fentanyl.
I think that's what killed Billy Mays.
It was,
I'm
the,
sorry.
it was the fentanyl. He was ahead of his time.
But yeah, back to World
There's
War
fentanyl
II.
and OxyClean?
what did you just say? I'm still stuck on the cock and the NutriBullet. All right, we're back.
And now he's hungry.
We're back.
All right, since
Holy shit,
you guys
dude.
were talking about like the army and stuff, I thought it would be a cool idea to say like what are some like good army or like just military movies?
Save
They're like our favorites.
Oh, Shaving Ryan's Private?
No, not the porn.
Brie Larson was so good in that movie.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
Human
no, but
Centipede.
Like our favorites.
A Sentai pad.
Yeah, just like favorite military movies, or like, or what ones are like I would say like accurate, or like like
Accuracy.
Oh, it's hard for he'd have
definitely
to say,
Saving Private Ryan is pretty accurate for like the
for sure.
D-Day.
Yeah,
Band of
absolutely.
I mean, yeah, from what you've heard
Band of
from all
Brothers was
the-
a good series. Yeah,
I'd say from what I've read,
Hurt Locker is pretty good.
from what I've read and
Which
the
I-
movie, Lone Survivor is actually the movie is actually very accurate towards the movie. There's just a lot of shit that is left out.
Have you ever read the book?
Yes, there's a lot more that's in the book.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
that's
But even Marcus Luttrell,
books.
well, one thing people don't
even Marcus Luttrell said that movie is very very realistic, but there's a lot of shit that is left out.
right, and then there's stuff.
yeah, and that's for time's sake in terms of movies.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with
yeah.
Harry Potter. The real version's way different.
If he would have made it, it would have been like a 2-day. Like literally, his shit that like him limping across the fucking mountain and shit. He felt like they have the scene. Like, there was like 2 scenes of them jumping down the mountain. He did that by himself like 3 or 4 more times. By himself, fell down the fucking mountain. And if they would have actually made the movie in real time, it would have been like a 4 or 5 day movie. Like he was
Yeah, so
by himself
If
for a
anything, they
long
should have
time.
made it like a series instead of a movie.
The movie was fantastic though, dude. Taylor Kitsch as fucking Mike Murphy did fantastic. Fucking Mark Wahlberg did great as Marcus Luttrell. Dude, the whole cast, everything was great. Marcus Luttrell was in the movie. He's the last face you see before the RPG blows up the Chinook.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's actually-
if
yeah.
you go back to watching the Chinook blow up when they're going to rescue everybody, they see everybody come in, they're like, "Oh yeah, we're fucking good." And the fucking RPG goes through through the Chinook, you can literally Marcus Luttrell's face is the last thing you see. Yeah. Like fucking 15 people died on that Chinook?
19?
Something like that? Yeah.
19 or something like that. I think it was 16.
19 seals died on that fucking
Yeah.
Chinook.
I think it was like 16 of them were SEALs, and then
Yeah.
you had the pilot, co-pilot. I'm sure it probably was more than that because I know there's more that takes this crew of fucking CH-47. But yeah, it's fucked
But
up.
besides Saving Private Ryan, Lone Survivor is my top military movie.
Gotcha.
That's fair. That's fair.
Trying to think of some other movies.
I think my third.
The
I
one
think
on
my I
Netflix,
think my third
World
would
War I.
probably be.
Oh,
Watch
are
that
you
new
talking
one on
about that German
Netflix.
one?
That new one on Netflix is
talking about that German
amazing.
one?
From World War One, it is insane.
Yes, as long as and that
My
actually,
third is probably American Sniper. Is what my third was. Sorry, go on.
Oh yeah, that,
But no, that one's actually really fucking good as long as you don't look at it from the aspect of All Quiet on the Western Front.
Which one?
That's
that
one
movie.
I was
That's
thinking
the
of.
movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
the
such a good
actual-
movie. It
if
won
you know the-
2 Oscars.
Yeah, no, they did. I think they did
Which
a really
movie?
good job. All Quiet on the Western Front. It's like this.
Never
it's
seen
a-
it.
It's on
really-
Netflix.
Oh, it's
really,
it's,
really
it's,
good.
It's made in Germany though.
Yeah.
So like you have to like use subtitles like to understand what they're saying. But that movie is phenomenal. It's
Yeah, it's
so
amazing.
good.
Well, wait, are you talking about the original now, or are you talking about the new one on Netflix?
been remade like twice.
It has.
Oh, I
You
haven't.
have
Seen,
the
I didn't even
original?
know there was an original. I only saw the one
Yeah,
that was
there's
on
been a-
Netflix.
Okay, so the one on Netflix, that one was that came out like what, like 6 months
Last
ago?
year.
Yeah, not
within,
too long
within
ago.
a year. Yeah,
And it's one of those ones that it condenses the book to all hell, like all sorts of craziness, and there's a lot of differences in it than what the actual book is. So a lot of people that are like diehard into the original book, which I mean, for me, that's one of my favorite books of all time. I've read that book
now I want to read it.
a ridiculous amount of times. It is an incredible book because it brings such a weird, gnarly human aspect to what was trench warfare and what these dudes went through.
So is this a World War One?
World War One.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Like when they were in that mortar hole. Did you watch
Which-
the movie?
Oh, of course. No, God. So, but
Hang
then
on,
again,
have you seen the original, or have you
No,
seen the one on
just the
Netflix?
newest
because the
one. Yeah, not
original,
original.
because you have
when
the
did the
original,
one on Netflix come out?
Not that long ago.
2022.
Just last year, yeah. Because
And then how long ago did the one you're talking about?
Well,
Fury.
Jesus, I think the original, the actual,
It was only
if you would
not long
excuse
after.
me, the OG, fucking of
Old guy.
No, the original gangster, but I think
looks
the
like-
absolute original
like the
one
fir-
was 1930 something, I believe.
yeah,
Holy
there's
shit.
actually 3 of them.
And then
There's
there was
one in
the other one
1930,
1974,
1979,
Yeah, it was 5 years.
and then last year. So
And then
yeah,
last
there's
year.
there's
So
3
there's
different
3.
versions.
So yeah,
So
so
30, 79, and last year.
Yeah, and the one from 1930, I mean, that was, I would imagine that I haven't watched that one in a minute, but I think that one was the closest to the book. The one from 1979, that one was incredibly accurate towards the book as well. I know it, I couldn't tell you what the actual differences are between the 3 of those. I own all 3 of them. But I couldn't tell you off the fucking top of my head. But those are really the book, the first one, and the remake in '79. Like those ones, if you try to gauge the new one on Netflix off of those, then you're going to completely hate the movie.
I'm just trying to figure out
But
because I know
new
the one
on
that was
Netflix,
made.
it was really fucking. It was good in that it showed like this really. It's almost like if you guys have seen 1917.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too.
I think that like one of the more neat things about it is the fact that it really shows the brutality of what was World War One. Like we don't know, and you don't see a whole lot about it. You don't see a lot of pictures. You don't see a lot of
Right, I feel like
movies in motion.
I feel like it's like
Well,
a war
this
that
is-
I feel like it's like not like a forgotten war, but I feel like it's a war that's not like
just not talked
it's
about
not,
enough.
I don't know why, because it was
Well,
I
you
mean-
got to look at this. So like motion pictures, like to shoot a video, like that took a lot back then.
Yeah,
a lot
true.
of equipment.
well.
and
I'm
you had
even
the
saying
right
like
settings.
nowadays,
And then
though, they
also
haven't-
you need to look at what the literacy rate was back then. Like how many people were writing books and writing letters and
Yeah.
stuff like that from the trenches.
Who had
I mean,
the time to do that?
Well, they had plenty of time. I mean,
Yeah, but it's like
War
was it
remains the
able to be
same.
saved though. Like because
It's-
like the mud and rain and stuff. Like
I mean-
their letters get ruined.
Well,
how many?
absolutely,
Can you
there's
look
part of
something up?
that.
What was the casualty mass casualty like number for World War One?
on which side?
Both.
On the Axis and the Allies side?
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
well over,
yeah.
It was well over 10 million. I know that.
There were 20 million deaths and 21 million wounded.
Compare that to World War II.
No.
Okay,
was-
so hang on. So let's get Axis and allies.
Hold on. So continuing on the World War One thing, 9.7 million military personnel and 10 million civilians.
Wow.
I was close to my 10 million on the
That's sad.
That's a lot of people. I didn't
That's
realize.
crazy.
So it's like,
Okay, so hang on. How about World War II? World War II's got to be way more then, right?
Oh yeah, it's incredibly way more. World War II was the deadliest military conflict in history. An estimated of 70 to 85 million people perished, or about 3% of the 2.3 billion estimated.
Does that mean that was the population at the time?
2.3
2.3 billion?
Did you say 2.3?
I think that's
You
what
know
that
the
means.
population-
2.3
now.
billion people died in World War II.
almost
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Military
It's
and
almost 8.
civilians.
What was that?
Yeah.
You say 2.3 billion people?
Well, no, I think that was just the total like world population at the time. So like 3% of the
I
world
thought you said
perished.
I thought you said 2.3 billion people died.
So how about
no.
the black?
No.
So how about the
Wait,
Black
what?
Plague? What did the Black Plague
Black
take
Plague
out?
was pretty incredible.
Just
too.
out of comparison. I'm pretty sure
Which-
they have a chart of this.
Which time?
Oh, well, it was multiple
original
times,
Black
wasn't
Plague.
it?
Yeah, the
So
bubonic,
hang on. So hang on.
there was a
How-
sequel.
The OG.
yeah, if I remember correctly, I believe the bubonic plague. I mean,
So
it's still actually a thing
Yeah, they
today.
found-
That's where they got that song,
Antarctica.
"Pocket Full of
Frank, what was
Posies."
the World War II?
Oh, there's like a prison like in South Africa. Or some
Well,
shit
this
like
is just
that
very
where there's
vague at this
confirmed
point.
cases. It's a bacterial infection, so I mean, modern
Holy
medicine
fuck!
really-
Of
It says
Europe.
between 75 and 200 million people for the Black Plague.
Yeah, but what was that percentage wise to the world's population at that point? Because it's all relative.
30. It says 30 to 50% of the entire
let's say
population
20.
of Europe. So I don't know if that's not even the world population.
But
That's
think
just
about
Europe.
where everybody was at the time. Only
No,
Native
but that was-
Americans.
That's true because this took place in 1348, so no
Yeah.
one was even here yet.
exactly. We couldn't
Well-
keep tabs on the population
Well,
either. There's
there-
no way.
There were people here. It just wasn't.
Well,
us.
yeah, but like
Yeah. Oh, you
Go
gotta.
on.
Hey, easy there,
and
paleface.
canceled.
I made a hip hop song about that. The colonization.
And the
of
plague
Jamestown.
lasted 6 years,
like
1346 to 1352.
It's like in Scary Movie
But
3.
that was just when it.
It's like, oh,
ran
it's
through
my
there.
Native
It
American
also
friends.
Ran, it also
Hi,
ran
how
through during
are
the time of
ya?
the
Hi,
Romans
how
as well,
are
I
ya?
believe. I believe Rome actually, Rome itself got fucking decimated by it.
Oh shit, yeah, 1.5 to 25 million people. So like up to 33% of the Roman Empire's population.
Damn, I'm surprised I fucking remembered that.
I didn't even know that.
Well, 2 to 33%, but that's like 1.5 to 25 million people.
So what? Again,
That's why we were wearing masks.
Bubonic plague, man.
I know we're going
Fuck.
back a little bit, but what was the military deaths for World War One and World War Two? Because you did total deaths last time, right?
So World War One was 9.7
military
million.
Soldiers.
for World War One was 9.7 million.
Dude, really?
Yeah,
Then
dude, I mean, it
World
was
War-
fucking brutal.
That's
Millions that
insane.
died, though.
That's a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they only fought. They didn't like.
That's a
War's fucking-
lot of people.
War's fucking hard, but
Well, no, I know, but like right now, the United States Army is like what, like 500,000 troops?
Oh.
Less than that.
No
I think it's
way.
I think it's like 1.1.
No, no, the army, no.
Oh, the
Yeah.
army.
I don't think it's millions.
no, the army
He's
at
saying the
one.
army, though.
I know the
well,
army.
how many people are in the U.S. Army right now? I don't think it's millions.
You gotta let him look
don't-
up the other thing first.
Well, hang on. Well,
Easy
Yeah, I'm
now.
trying to look up.
Come
the
on,
World War
Jamie.
II per-
Type
Yes.
faster.
come on, Frank.
Easy on the
Dude,
guys.
Okay,
why
so
don't you have
military deaths totaled 21 to 25 million for World War II.
Dude, what? Did I not know there was millions of people in the army?
A nuke got dropped.
Well, you gotta look at this though. when a
Right. What was it?
How many people are in the army right now?
when a war like that breaks
Active
out,
duty army.
when a war like that breaks out, you're gonna have people drafted. You're gonna have forced conscription because
9/11.
You do
Make a wish.
You do what the government tells you to do. I mean, that's seriously how it fucking goes, though, man.
I'm a sheep. I'm
mean, it's
stupid.
just-
I'm fucking dumb.
It doesn't have anything to even do with that. It's just
The
that's
Marines are here to
that's
educate.
Yeah,
They're-
No,
13
they
weeks.
fucking eat crayons.
13
dude.
weeks, John.
Oh, no.
13
What do you
weeks.
got against crayons?
I like crayons, but like I don't eat them, dude. I color with them.
Wait, did you really
Yeah.
eat crayons?
shade.
There's less than 500,000 active.
Told you. So I'm not retarded for thinking that is a
No.
lot of fucking people to die.
No.
He didn't eat
I didn't.
crayons.
I didn't realize that many people were in the military at that time. because there's less
Wait,
than 500,000.
are you talking like
No,
overall military?
no,
'Cause
right
this is
now.
just the army.
Right now, yeah, no, I'm saying right now in the army there's 500,000 people. That's
Yeah, 482,000.
yes.
Military.
That was my whole
Like
point.
all of them
that was my
combined,
whole,
like Navy.
that was my whole
Air
point.
Force.
I'm not an idiot, guys.
So
He's just stupid.
I'm just a fucking retard.
see, but you talk about millions, and then so take that number right there. Now take everybody that's a reservist, take everybody that's a guardsman.
Right.
So
No,
that-
no, I get yeah,
that,
yes.
That that right there can get factored into what can be a federal force of the United States government, and then look at everybody that is eligible and is registered for the draft.
Yep.
We
Now that
Oh yeah, well yeah, that's a different
can-
thing.
now that
too.
puts it into more
Yeah,
perspective
the draft
for
was
me.
legal then
Because
they
what-
outlawed it.
Yes, I mean you're talking. I
Yes.
mean the United States of America itself could raise tens of millions in an army. I mean, don't get me wrong, it can't happen overnight because these people have to be equipped and trained and everything has to be manufactured and all the other logistical bullshit that goes into fucking arming and equipping a military. But
Okay, here
I
we
mean,
go.
look
I got some numbers here for the entirety of the U.S. military. Okay, what the hell? Get out of here!
I know what it is.
So, there's a stupid thing
almost
popping
fucking-
up.
that
John's
scale almost came
Pornhub
out of my-
ads.
That almost came out of my nose.
Okay, so yeah, 482,000
Asian
some
bitch shoves
change,
food up
for
pussy.
the Army. Navy's 343,000.
probably Air Force. Then.
National Guard 337,000. Air Force 328,000. Army Reserve 184.
Jesus.
Marine Corps
Is anybody tallying these up?
179.
I am. So John Goodman,
Goddamn,
where does he come in?
179. Holy fuck!
Where does
So-
John Goodman come in?
In the army.
Pretty sure it's like 1.3.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was Pauly
active
Shore.
soldiers.
John.
Yeah, in total, yeah, it's probably like around
Goodman.
there. So let's see.
So in total,
Maybe I think it's actually a little bit over.
Are you talking numbers now?
5?
Yeah, probably either like between 1.5 million and 2 million is probably like in total between all of the different services.
Yeah, I can't beat that.
I wish there was like a total.
That's about 2% of the population, right?
And this was from 2021.
3.
Yeah,
So it's probably updated now.
330 mil.
Yeah, 330, 337, somewhere in
more
that
than
ballpark,
340
whatever the
now.
hell it was.
Who knows?
No, it is. I think it's roughly like on average anywhere from 2 to 3%.
What's the percentage average of populations enlisted in military?
Wait, I thought this was just a joke, but there's a space
You
force.
know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, it's real.
Yeah, no,
that
yeah.
was just a Netflix thing.
Don't talk about the
Fucking-
fucking Space Force, dude. I'm on it.
It's real.
Orange Man's dumbass fucking idea. Yeah, that was real good fucking use of.
Hey, that's my
taxpayer
dad. You don't
dollars.
talk about my dad like that, dude.
I don't have the sound drop, but I'm
He's
gonna
a
come.
dick.
I fucking that all.
Do
that
not
shit's
come.
Stupid.
Do not
hard to
come.
have
Oh
an
man, that
opinion.
is crazy.
I'm gonna come.
He's like his fucking best friend Joe Biden. He's fucking retarded.
Yeah, they all are, man.
Yeah.
Every single
It's,
one of
it's
them.
all. It's like part of the requirement of being a politician is. Are you fucking retarded? Yes. Do
Are you competent? No.
Are you a good puppet?
You're gonna be a great
for everybody
Are
else?
you competent? No.
Do you
Can you
give-
read? No. You're the guy.
Do you give a fuck about the people that you're supposed to be representing? No. Do you care about your fucking bottom line dollar in your pocket? Absolutely. Fuck it. You're in. Hi.
Can you see straight?
Welcome to being a Democrat
What?
or a Republican.
You're in.
You're
Oh, it's my father. He lost his job.
Which one do you care
Oh.
more about, money or
Sleepy-
people?
I'm Sleepy
Money.
Joe.
All right, you're president.
If private interest gets out of government, then I'll get out of private interest and
Oh,
into my
Lord.
daughter's panties.
Oh my god.
You're gonna sniff him too, because that's what he does.
Who does that?
Joe.
Oh, I'm Joe?
Sleepy Joe.
I thought he was Joe. So he's Devin.
You
I'm
might as
Joe.
well be Sleepy Joe.
I was in
over
the
there.
Marines, pussies.
So, back to you
rabbit
for
hole.
a minute.
I like rabbit holes. What's up?
So you did your first tour, your training tour, and then you actually go to Iraq.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell me, just tell us about it.
I wouldn't,
There were strippers.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Your first combat tour in
Oh, young
Iraq.
was it?
Where in Iraq? Where?
Our Ramadi.
What year?
We got there in November of 2006, I believe. So, I mean, yeah, it was a shithole. I wouldn't recommend it. Like,
So
it's not a good idea.
What was your company's objective while you were there?
Actually, goofy enough, I don't know. I have the book. There's some offness in it, but I guess it gives actually a fairly decent idea. Is this book called Rage Company? It was written by the Forward Observer that was attached to our company. Good dude and all, but there's some inaccuracies in the book, as in, well, I won't go too far into that. It's neither here nor there, but basically we were sent there to plus up any other unit that needed extra manpower to clear out certain sectors of the city. It was a big ass fucking city. It was a shitty place.
Were you guys just clearing cities and looking for?
We were clearing
threats,
clearing districts, so we'd hop from one unit to another, and do raids out of their combat outposts into certain sectors of the towns or into certain sectors of the district that they were covering. Ramadi's a big ass fucking place, or at least it was. So that was really what we spent the majority of probably the first 2 months in country doing, which, not too bad. You're fighting at night and you're going in under an MEGs, so you already have the advantage. And I mean, doing all that shit, it's kind of like super sexy fucking shit. Fucking, we got to work with the SEALs fucking once in a while.
Hell yeah!
here.
Those SEALs take their helmet off and it's just hair in the fucking hair in the wind, baby. It's hair in the wind.
Nah, dude, you can't even fucking see them.
I can't do it because I don't have SEAL hair.
No, I mean you can't even see them. They're that ninja.
Exactly.
They're so ninja that they don't even know where they
and
are.
Why is it okay for SEALs to do blackface?
I've never seen any. I know what you're saying.
Am I wrong?
No. There's actually, I forget which comedian said it, but like there's this like blackface is wrong. But have you seen those Navy SEAL commercials?
I've seen this.
Yeah,
I feel like that's where I got the joke from.
I forget which comedian it was, but I was just like, he's not wrong. Speaking of blackface, though,
I don't know about them doing any of that, but I mean, in all seriousness, no, SEALs get away with doing what they do because they're fucking Navy SEAls.
Yeah, they're just being stealthy.
They've kind of
That's cool as fuck that you work with
they
them.
killed Osama, right?
Well, it's just
Yeah.
well,
Maybe,
sure,
possibly. I don't know.
yeah. I mean, yeah, of course, yeah, they did.
But no, I was
They
only
did a
bringing up the
fantastic job of
blackface
it.
thing because did you guys ever see Tropic Thunder?
Oh, of course. Yes.
Yeah, so like everyone's like now
Yeah.
starting to give
dude
like
playing another
RDJ
dude
shit for
dressed
being
as another dude. He
blackface.
thinks he's a dude dressed as another dude. Yeah, fantastic. One of his greatest roles.
you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people?
Tell you what I mean. I mean neighbors.
Wow, that's fantastic. Now, if I'm just gonna have a can of this booty sweat here, since we're on Tropic Thunder and all,
The funniest one was Bust a Nut Bar.
Oh shit!
so
That movie's so great.
Fantastic movie for sure.
I'll buy like as many copies as possible before it officially gets canceled. But it's like, are you kidding
It's not
me?
gonna
Like-
get canceled.
Yeah, well, actually, no. Like, did you ever see that Joe Rogan episode with
Yeah.
RDJ?
He's like, do you think we could do it again? He's like, you
Probably
could.
not.
He's like, you could.
You could, but
but
probably won't
probably-
work. But no, like the biggest thing that Tropic Thunder was getting like shit about at the time when it came out was not the blackface thing. It was more the Simple Jack thing.
yeah.
oh,
Where
right,
Ben
right.
Stiller was like,
Yeah.
playing like a retarded
Robert Downey
person.
Robert Downey Jr. said that they're
Never
like,
go. Yeah, you
that's
never-
fucked up for him to do the Simple Jack thing.
Yeah. You
didn't
never
even
go full. We'll just
Never go.
you never go. Yeah.
that one right there.
You never go full.
Yep, you found it.
it so bad.
Yeah, I said. Yeah, you never go. Yeah, there we go.
But yeah, no, it was cool work. I guess getting to work with them a little bit. Either their snipers would be like fucking supporting us, like just giving us Overwatch and doing what SEAL snipers do, or they'd be doing a clearing adjacent with us, shit like that. So I don't know. It was cool fucking getting to be around those dudes, seeing how they do shit. They're fucking gnarly.
So were you just going through Ramadi, just clearing houses?
For the most part, that's what our company was tasked with doing for, like I said, the first couple months, and then we eventually got pushed out east of the city, and took
So was-
over our own AO, and that's
Was all this shit just like in cities, buildings for the most part.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, all the raids and stuff. Yeah, I mean, it was all street by street, house by house, room by room kind of stuff. But I mean, luckily we were doing it all at night, so we had the upper hand and all that good shit.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, like I said, you feel kind of ninja fucking running around under MVGs and tripping over yourself and trying to jump over a wall and then getting.
So you guys are running around with MVGs on them the whole time. That's
Yeah,
hard.
well, yeah, at night, yeah.
The
That's
depth,
what you gotta
the
do.
depth perception.
There is none.
There's
Yeah,
exactly.
What
Dude,
depth
running,
perception?
dude, depth perception with MVGs is insane. It's non-existent.
A 2-foot drop looks like it's fucking 20 feet,
Literally.
or,
And
or a 20-foot drop looks like it's not even there.
MVGs are so dope. If there's a moon out, if there's no moon, you're fucked.
That's why you got
That's
IR
why they shoot.
floodlights.
Yep, there you go.
Or IR
Yeah.
parachute,
Yep.
loom, and all that good jazz.
What is that? I don't even know
Explain.
what that is.
Infrared?
Well, NVGs and
Is that like the flare gun?
night vision goggles,
Oh, night
NVGs.
vision goggles. Oh,
But-
okay. I think it's
but-
something different.
They use the only way MVGs work is if there's a
Ambient
moon
light.
out.
Ambient.
You have to have a reflection off. Yeah.
It
So
needs
if
ambient
so
light.
if there's no moon, then what do they do?
Well, They
They can shoot
mean, the
shit up in
moon-
the air.
sure. But I mean,
Right?
like the moon obviously helps because it needs
Right.
ambient light. I mean,
Yeah.
starlight itself. Actually,
Starlight, star bright.
right? First star I see tonight. Wish I may, wish I might. Yeah. But no, dude. I mean, even the stars.
But don't-
even
don't
even
they-
if you have even if you have a night where there is no really illumination from the moon, you're still gonna have what's coming out from the stars. I mean, you look under. If you're under MVGs and you look up at the night sky, it's like, oh shit,
It's dope.
Where'd all that fucking come from?
Yeah.
Right? It catches all that extra light and shit like that. But I mean, yeah, and like pitch dark.
Pitch bark.
Dark. Yeah, right. Going bark.
Pitch bark.
Yeah. But in like pitch black situations, like night vision's not going to work. But that's really, you probably had the shit on fucking like your your gun and shit like that. Fucking the IR floodlights, like on a from like a PEC 2 or a PEC 4 or PEC 15, whatever the hell it was that you guys probably had running around with. But yeah, it needs some sort of light to amplify.
Right.
Otherwise, it doesn't do anything except for nothing.
So besides clearing buildings and shit, like did you have to go? Okay, so how big is like Ramadi? Is that like a fucking like a big fucking? Were you only in Ramadi or were you going like city to city?
We were
Did you-
we were only in Ramadi.
Okay, because I was gonna say because like
450,000 people is how big it was, but I mean population wise, but like size wise, I couldn't fucking tell you how big it was. I know it.
So you
it's the
only,
capital.
you mainly stayed there though.
No, that's where we worked out of. It was.
Okay.
It's the capital of Al-Anbar province, and I mean it's the fucking. It's big.
So
My bad. The mic
No, you're
drifted
good.
and I was letting
the
it
mic
go.
drifted.
It was drifting.
We're back.
He drifted. Now he deep.
I just fucking chipped my tooth. I think.
How's
Okay.
it taste?
Not good.
No,
Not
don't-
good.
don't
Not
do
good.
it. He doesn't recommend.
So besides storm, okay, so the guys bringing the shit in. You obviously have to have supply companies bringing you shit in. Are they getting hit with IEDs on the way in all day and they getting ambushed, or is that more Afghani shit?
No, I mean, I think
I know.
from-
IEDs was definitely Iraq definitely had IEDs,
Oh yeah,
but like were they like the people was it in Ramadi where the IEDs are going off, or is it on the way in?
it always. I mean, it kind of depends. At least there at that time, because like Ramadi proper inside the city, like it's a little more difficult to do IED placement because it's they're concrete they're paved roads,
Right.
So you have to cut the shit in, and that normally leaves some sort of telltale sign. They referred to it as the lollipop was one way that you could tell, and that's just you could see where they cut out and displaced the concrete and then laid it back in. Afghanistan obviously was a little more complicated with that for the guys and gals over there, just because it's all a lot of dirt roads, so it's very
Right.
easy to dig shit in, cover it up, and fucking get out of there. But no, IEDs were still a big thing. Especially on the main supply lines and stuff like that. All those logistic convoys and stuff like that. They're always dodging IEDs, dodging RPGs. Little ambushes here and there because I mean, the enemy knows what fucking routes we're taking because there's only so many to
You
take.
good over there?
So, but no, they were always all those folks, you know, bringing all that stuff in that we needed, you know. They were always getting fucking lit up left and right, and getting hit with RPGs. Like I said, that was the name of the game for everybody in Iraq at that time. It didn't matter if you were going outside the wire. Like, you had a very strong chance that you were gonna eventually experience contact in some way, shape, or form.
So obviously you had your mission when you're leaving the fob. They just I don't know. We go through all that shit in training. Where like they give you your fucking mission, then you're like, this is what you can encounter throughout the whole shit. Like, how I don't know. How does it feel like to actually have a fob not in or not a fob? Jesus Christ! How does it feel to have like a mission? Every mission I've ever had is just a training mission. How does it feel to be like, all right, you are most likely going to experience contact here. They have been really hot in this area. They don't really fuck over here. Like
It just
what that's what you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Yeah,
Like
no,
like
there's certain places.
like how
They're waiting
fucking
on those 72.
how
virgins.
fucking fat are you? How like
It
dude?
depends.
How fucking like how are you feeling when you were about to go out on a fucking convoy when you know that people are out there to fucking kill you?
I would say the first couple of times you're pretty amped up, right?
Like-
and especially the first time you get shot at, it can be pretty fucking wild. I mean, I couldn't. My first fucking reaction to it was, you know, fucking little bit of awestruck, right? I think a lot of guys, it's kind of that kind of thing, like because all of a sudden it's a reality.
Like you freeze,
But
but
you
like
get-
all your training comes back to you, kind of. Like kind of where like I feel like that's why
I
in
wouldn't
basic
say-
and like in
I
basic
wouldn't-
training or training, they fucking are screaming at you while you're trying to do the shit.
Well, sure, you induce.
So you get high pressure
Yeah.
situations,
The
and then
adrenaline.
you just like react.
It's not so much the adrenaline. It's just inducing high friction. So you making things complicated and adding a lot of white noise. So that way, when it does come time to do it,
It's just
during the
second
real
nature.
thing, you're as used to having all that noise going on around you and as possible. I mean, you can't ever replicate it to a
Right,
T.
but like exactly,
But-
like they try to replicate it, but like when it
no, I mean when
for the
you're-
first time though was the training the training like
it always kicks.
obviously
in.
it helps,
kicks,
but like
no, it kicks in and it works. I mean, like I said, the first time it's more or less. I wouldn't say you don't freeze. It's not like a freezing thing. At least for me, it wasn't a freeze. It was just like there was like this snap second, which can be in some cases can be far too fucking long. But this snap second of like, holy shit, this is fucking real, and then get to work. And as time goes
I
on,
love that
and-
though.
and as
Honestly,
the
I love the
deployment-
fact that get to work. That's
Well, I mean, that's the only option.
that's your job.
It's the
Literally
only
get to
option you
work.
have. If you don't
No,
if you don't get to work and start doing your fucking part, then you know the dude, one of your boys is
you're
going to
with
end up
you-
paying the price.
Exactly,
not-
you're with your boys.
So
Let's get to work.
that's all that matters. They need you to do your job, otherwise they don't come home. But and as you go along and as the deployment goes on and you know contact happens here and it becomes a consistent thing, like it just becomes part of the fucking becomes part of the grind. Like you still get those adrenaline kicks and you know that stuff's all still there, but like you don't notice the nerves anymore because you're used to living with those nerves. So even though you think they're not there, they're still fucking there. It's just
Right.
you're not noticing it because you're used to living with it at that point. I mean shit, that's part of, you know, what some of all that PTSD stuff fucking kind of thrives around.
So are you running like the same missions like every day, like the same type of missions? Like, hey, we got a resupply Alpha Company
No,
once a week type of deal.
No, I mean our
you
missions
got
were
different
more or
missions
less
every
like,
day?
our missions were more or less, at least during the beginning of it, it was like, you know, here's this sector. We need your guys' company to clear this out. So like,
Damn.
you know, each
Yeah. See, I was the supply
each
company.
platoon would have to clear out like 300 houses a night within within a specific sector. So that way our company could clear out like an entire district from sundown to sunup because you didn't want to be out during daylight hours like that.
Right.
At least not in Ramadi at that time. It's not that we wouldn't be able to fucking fight. It's just it would get hectic fast, and you'd take casualties that weren't necessary.
Right.
So we kind of avoided doing some of that stuff, a lot of that stuff during the daytime, just because of how kinetic that city was at that moment. But it all worked out. But I mean, that's really what we did. And then eventually, later on in the deployment, when we kind of cleared out our own area of operation, if you would, east of the city, where they thought a lot of the higher up type insurgent dudes that were running the show in the city were living. And then that turned into a lot of just present patrols and finding intel, hunting these dudes down, working with the local Iraqi police. Just, I don't know, kind of your normal, I guess what you would think of as here's like a normal grind for what an infantry unit goes through on a daily, on a regular basis inside of a deployment like that, where it's just living amongst the people, and just patrolling around, looking for bad guys, waiting to get in contact. I mean, essentially, you're just going out and trying to fucking pick a fight. You're just going out and trying to find these dudes and trying to, you show yourself to try to get them to shoot at you so you can fucking
Which I feel like
close with and destroy. And
I feel like the war in Iraq or war in Afghanistan was completely the opposite of that.
I mean, obviously I can't speak overly intelligently on that. I mean, but
Like,
a
you
very
guys-
similar thing is, and counterinsurgency is counterinsurgency. I think Afghanistan probably had a lot more difficulties in it with the sparsity of the population as to where Iraq, everything was a lot more consolidated when it comes to population, as to where Afghanistan's not. So that right there in itself probably makes it incredibly more difficult. Like I said, I can't really speak intelligently, at least firsthand, on Afghanistan, just from what I've heard, what I've read, what I know and studied. But I mean, it's complicated no matter what.
Oh, for sure.
You're trying to get people to trust you when, I mean, honestly, you're invaders in their land.
Yeah.
I mean, and
for
obviously,
sure.
as we saw what all turned out with Iraq and Afghanistan, what we all thought we were there to do and signed up to do, it ended up not being the case. It was, it was a little bit in vain. Unfortunately, it's what it all looks like. But, we still at least got to do the good for the people that we did get to do good for. But, no, it was, like I said, it was first half of the deployment was a lot of raids, and that's all we really did. And then the second half was kind of just a normal grind for what an infantry unit goes through, which is just present patrols, trying to pick a fight, live amongst people, try to keep them safe, try to keep each other safe, try to make it home. I don't know. I guess for those that have done it, nothing out of the ordinary, and I guess for people that haven't, like, I wish I could give you a better description, but
No, dude, your
it's just,
description is phenomenal.
It's I don't know what other detail to go into with it, and not to mention the fact it's been so goddamn long. Like there's a lot of minute details that just kind of
He's
fucking
almost
slip your
40,
mind.
guys. You gotta cut the old man some slack.
Almost horseshoes and hand grenades. The only time almost counts.
No, that was, dude. Like,
But I mean, that, like I said, I guess that's the best I can sum it up as.
no,
I mean,
you summed it up fantastic, dude.
I mean, like your individual emotions and shit like that you go through is just a fucking roller coaster. I mean, you go through long, just dreadful moments of fucking extreme boredom, followed by just absolutely the most intense moments of your life. And sometimes you fucking dread those intense moments, especially after fucking bad shit goes down. It's like, fuck, what's going to happen next? Like, but oh, it's wild, all right? It's wild. It's a fucking roller coaster. It's a nasty one. It's not one that they teach you how to cope and comprehend fucking once your time comes to an end.
The military does their best to try to get you ready for that by breaking you down and building you back up. But I'll tell you what,
It's its only purpose.
as somebody that never went to combat, I'm glad I never had to go to combat because I don't like. I was ready to do it, but dude, that's a whole different battle, man. That's a whole different thing. Like you got your fucking brothers around you.
It's a
I mean, like I think I would have performed the way I was trained to perform, but like I'm just glad that I was not put in that fucking situation because
it's rough. It's rough. But I mean, what are you gonna do when, especially any of us that joined during that time frame? You joined knowing like what the hell is gonna potentially happen.
right.
you don't understand the gravity of the situation, right? But it is what it is. But no, dude. I mean, I think most people that join and go and do the thing, like whether they wanted to go or not, or whether they join specifically for combat or not, like anybody that in the United States military that goes over there and is sent over there, like they're all fairly well trained, and you can expect most of them, if not all of them, to do their damn job to the best of their abilities, and
Absolutely.
that's what makes the United States military the machine that it is. Sad part of it is they teach you how to do your job, but they don't teach you how to fucking
Go home.
exactly. You don't learn. They don't learn. They don't know how to teach you. You don't get told how. There is no, class or equation of like how to come home, how to leave the battlefield, or just how to leave the rigidity of the military, or how to leave all your friends that have now become your family. Like that's that's where.
Like I said,
that's the sad
I like how you
part.
said the rigidity, because it is so fine lined and everything is so fucking perfect in dress right dress. Everything,
Structure.
literally everything is so fucking rigid and straight and perfect, and I think that's why I didn't like it.
And you don't have to do a single goddamn thing other than what your job is.
Exactly, that's it.
If it's not your job, you don't do it. Somebody else does it because it's that person's job. You only focus on what your specialty is, which that in itself, the simplicity of that, like civilian world's not that fucking easy.
No,
Like you may live a little more of a rugged lifestyle in the military, right? Like you eat shittier food, maybe your living conditions, like your barracks rooms are fucking garbage. Like, so many people have to fucking put up with or have, but like
even with that though, you know what your job is. That civilian life may be easier in that aspect, but considering the situation, and like your job might be okay, yeah, do your job, but you have fucking people shooting at you and you have your brothers around you potentially, like it's not as
you know
what I'm saying?
Or you don't have people shooting at you and it's just
Well, I'm saying
even training can be for some people can be a stressful thing, or
sure.
Just the fact that you're fucking taught to hyper focus on one fucking thing. Like how do you unlearn yourself how to do that? How do you change what's been fucking
Right.
Yeah. I don't want to say programmed into you, but I mean it's been drilled into you. Like this is what you focus on, and this is what you perfect. And then also, I don't know how it was for others, but like perfection is the only acceptable thing, because if you don't win, then you lose, and if you lose, well, there is no second place in fucking combat. And they drive that home very hard. But how do you get rid of that mindset once you fucking separate? Or once your time comes to an end, like how do you stop chasing that? How do you stop driving yourself fucking nuts, trying to be perfect all the time in an imperfect world? And you're a human being, which means you're an imperfect creature, but you're expecting yourself to be fucking perfect. Like, the military is a great institution. It makes you really good at what you fucking
for sure.
do.
It makes you.
But
It definitely.
It does not teach you how to, and it doesn't need to teach you how to.
It has definitely taught me how to
reintegrate to society.
set my standards higher than they should be,
Sure.
which is good. But at the same time, if I don't reach that high ass standard, I get really disappointed in myself. But like the fact that the standard is so high, I don't know. I think it's a fantastic fucking thing for that. But at the same time, I don't know where I'm going with this.
No. High standards are good.
High standards are
right?
fantastic, but
like there's the double-edged sword of it. You learn how to be a good soldier or a good Marine or a good airman or a good sailor.
how is that high standard going to help you when you're not a soldier?
How does it help you when it's not?
No, I'm saying that was where I was kind of going with it. Was okay. You got this high standard to be perfect, to do what. Okay. How is that going to help? How is that going to help you in the civilian world? Being so perfect that
I mean, it can help you, right?
It can hurt you though too,
Exactly.
because you can focus all your energy and everything on being perfect in that one situation, and you forget everything else that really actually matters.
Yeah.
It's I really wish the military like helped people transition. Like I transitioned and it was so quick, and they were just like, "Oh, do this. You can sign up for classes here. You can do this and that." And I was like, okay, cool, boom, back in civilian world, nothing.
Right. And I mean,
That was not like,
the thing is
and that was 10 years ago. How was 20 years ago?
well, I wouldn't tell. I wouldn't be able to
19
tell
years
you.
ago.
Dog, it's only been 11.
Sorry.
Been out since 2000.
Well, you know what I mean. You
No.
were in. He got it. He's not that old, guys.
But
You know what I
no,
mean.
but yet again, that's not the point of the military. The point of the military is not to teach you how to become a civilian again.
Well, no, I know. I'm
It-
just
the
saying.
point of the
I'm saying
military
I
isn't-
wish they. Helped
I think
you
we
go
all
back.
do. I think we all do, right? And I think anybody that has separated from the military wishes that. I think you wish that. I wish that as well.
It was hard
But-
for me, and I didn't see combat. Dude,
Right. But the thing
I
is,
didn't
is
see
like,
combat. How hard was it for you? Like,
I'm still figuring it out.
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's
What helped you?
10 years later.
What helped me?
Yeah, what helped you?
I don't know. We're still figuring that part out too. Right? I
10
mean, my
10 years later, and dude, that's
Dude,
not okay.
Vietnam vets. Look at Vietnam vets. So
That's what I'm
they're
saying.
Still,
That's
they're-
not okay.
They're still like just coming to a point where they're maybe some of them are willing to actually like try to resolve their some of their issues, or at least find some sort of closure in all of it. I mean, there's dudes that have fought in Iraq and Afghanistan who'll never go fucking get help. There's people that'll never even be able to admit it. I mean, and it's
Because
really
do they even know they have the option to get help?
you have the option, right? I mean, in TAPS classes and all your separations classes, they tell you about this and the VA
Those
that.
separation
And
classes are fucking horseshit, dude.
they are, but all it is an information dump because we get. Yet again, I mean, at the end of the day, you're a number.
It's just the army
And there's
cover.
nothing-
It's just the military covering their back, saying that we supplied him with the resources to get help.
Exactly. They did. They gave
horseshit.
you. They gave you the bare minimum.
It's
they gave
bullshit,
you what,
dude.
It
I
is.
had a hard time getting out of the army because I was separated from my family for 3 years. That was it. I was in Hawaii. Boo hoo. I had a hard time going back to civilian life.
Everybody
you,
does.
You like
It's not just combat though.
no,
I mean,
but-
combat doesn't.
I mean,
isn't the
combat
only
makes
thing
it
that
a
makes
whole different story, though.
different. Yeah. That.
Okay, like regardless, if you didn't go to combat, you would be okay transferring back.
Oh no, I still would have struggled, and I think guys and gals that get out to this day, even during a peacetime military, they struggle because you don't have
But
that.
you had to see shit that I didn't have to see, that a lot of the people I served with didn't have to see.
I didn't have to see anything, right? I mean, that was my choice. I signed up.
Well,
I decided,
but you transferred back to a civilian.
right. But yet again, dude, like, I mean, so here's something, and I used to get wrapped around this axle, and it has only been till probably, fairly recent that I like kind of like accepted this, if you would, and it's actually off of something that I heard another prior service Marine. He was like an Anglico guy, fucking did like called in naval air gunfire and artillery fire and all that shit. They're forward observers. They're fancy forward observers that do like some gnarly stuff and know how to do naval air or naval gunfire, which is actually I don't know how to do it. Something with nautical miles and other bullshit and who knows, fucking science, math,
Yeah.
protractors,
Air Force
geometry. No, Marines.
Yeah, well,
Air Force don't know how to
Nerds.
call in. Yeah, don't show the Air Force water. They'll drown
yeah.
by looking at
Air
it.
Force, sorry.
No, they're good people.
Kinda.
Nah,
Yeah.
they're all right.
Go on.
They do good things.
Pararescuers.
Bad dudes.
Fuck dear.
But so this dude that I heard he said, the Marine Corps' little saying, semper fidelis, always faithful. Like, it's only a one-way street. You're expected to be faithful to the Marine Corps. When your time's done, or when your time's up, or when you get too fucking busted up to do your job, the Marine Corps does not and will not stay faithful to you. And it doesn't have to, because it needs to take care of those that can accomplish the mission of the Marine Corps. Those that can't, that are, busted up, unable, whatever the case is, that it's not their purpose. It's not its purpose to transfer you out and teach you how to reintegrate into society. It has to turn around and it has to worry about the ones that are up and coming and the ones that are currently serving and the ones that are currently engaged. Like, and it sucks. It sucks, right? Like, it feels like
I forgot how hardcore the Marine Corps was, dude.
It's not just the Marine Corps though; it's the entire military in general. Like, they have to.
Marines though are way more.
It's more like a fucking cult compared to the rest of the military.
No, like the fact that you said that, like, if you can't serve your duty towards the Marine Corps doesn't owe you anything.
It's not, and it's not even.
That is as cold as it gets, hardline. That is what.
And unfortunately,
Marine Corps is.
And unfortunately, that's the reality of the beast. And like I said, I struggled with that because it sucked. It felt like I was betrayed. You feel like you're betrayed. You feel like you're abandoned. You feel like you weren't appreciated. And like, that's not the case in any way, shape, or form. Like, it's not that you weren't. It's just that your time's done. And since your time is done, like, there is no necessity for it to focus on you as a priority. It needs to focus. The priority needs to be laid on the ones that are going to be continuing to go down range. The ones like, so that's the military in general, though, man. And it does an incredibly good job of it. It does. It sucks on the backside.
I just wish that I wish the Marine Corps and the Army or whatever. I wish that they demand you to do this job. You do your job. You do it great, whatever. They should. I just think they should give you like a good nudge in the right direction to help you transition into being a normal human again. Because you don't wake up at fucking. I woke up at 5 a.m, did PT, hour and a half, boom, got changed, took a shower, fucking went to breakfast. Then I went to the motor pool every single day. Got off at 5 o'clock, went to the gym at 5:15. Like, dude, like, it was the same thing every day for 3 fucking years straight.
Yeah, structure
is
rigid.
I just wish that they put as much effort into the structure of going into the military as like getting. Like, I'm not asking them to fucking have you stand at attention while you're going back into civilian life. I'm just saying, like, I really wish they just like put some more effort into, especially combat veterans. Not me. I didn't see any combat. I'm saying, like, specifically to the people that saw combat, like, integrating them back into normal civilian life. Like, hey, you can wake up whenever the fuck you want.
But can you?
Essentially, I mean, obviously,
not really,
no,
you gotta get a job, right?
Right.
You gotta,
yes, but you like.
Once your time's done, you got to reintegrate into society, which means going to school, right? Getting a job,
right? I'm not saying you should be able to show up late for work or anything like that. I'm just saying that. Not for your situation specifically, but say somebody went to like literally just got back overseas. They were done. Their contract's up. They're fucking going right back. They're fucking PCSing right out of the fucking army. They're done. They're going right back into civilian life. They have no fucking clue what the fuck they're. Okay, I'm gonna work here at this fucking place. Dude, it's just right back into it. Like,
yep. That's how it goes. I mean,
I don't know. I just
try to be. Imagine what.
I just want them to try to transition.
Imagine what guardsmen and reservists go through, like at least active duty. Like, and I'm not tooting their horns, right? Because I mean, everybody looks at guardsmen and reservists the same way. Like, they're like tampons. You only use them once a month, and they're worthless to men.
Yeah, like, twice a week, or 1 month out of the year.
Right? I mean, yeah. So we all make, everybody act, we all bash on reservists and guardsmen, right? But they do the damn thing.
Shout out Jake. And he's a new guardsman.
But imagine what them cats go through. Like, especially during Iraq and Afghanistan, these dudes get fucking activated and they go fucking train up for like 6-7 months or whatever the fuck it was. And then they go deploy for 15 months. And then they come back, and at least on active duty, when you come back, like you come back to base and you have all your dwell time and all this other shit. Like these dudes, like they literally just fucking come back and be like, and there you go, welcome back home. Oh, your boss is expecting you in 30 days to, come back to work.
Be normal again.
So again,
Right.
correct
So,
correct
good
me
luck.
if I'm wrong.
Like,
Correct.
that shit sucks. Like, I give them dudes credit and gals, but because I mean, shit, we at least had some sort of dwell time back in the States. Like, just getting released back to not only just the civilian world in general, but civilian life, like that, like fucking shit. That would suck.
So how often do like okay, so you were obviously active duty. How often do like guardsmen or reservists are they going as much as active duty?
Not to my knowledge, they didn't. I mean, they would activate, right? But like, they could only be deployed for so long.
Okay, well you said 15 months. I forgot.
Well, the
that.
guard.
I forgot that.
Yeah.
No, so when I was in the longest deployment they wanted was 9 months, I think.
Yeah, so like,
Because
for us, that was the goal. But like, I know,
Well,
I know
what was
plenty
your
of-
how long was your Iraq deployment?
the entire deployment total was like 10 months, but we were only in country for like 6.
10 months. So that's a long time.
But the other part of that was on ships, fucking transporting back and forth because we went over on.
But still, from when the time you left stateside to come back,
Yeah, it was. What was it? Fucking August. It was either late August, early September to early June. So 9 months, 10 months. I don't know. It was something like that. Fuck, whatever the hell it was. It was a long goddamn time to be gone. I mean, just like any deployment is, but. I mean, a deployment's a deployment, but no, the Army, they were doing like 13, 15-month deployments and shit like that. It's fucking
That's
gnarly.
insane.
And of course, the justification to them guys was, oh, you get your little, 10-day or 2-week leave, like, somewhere during the deployment. It's like, oh, great. Fucking, then these guys and girls got to fucking spend fucking, out of their, say, 10 days or 2 weeks that they get back home, they're fucking spending damn near fucking a third of that time traveling to and from country just to get home. Or to go to like, some random place like fucking Thailand just because it's not as far to travel, so they maximize their time. Like, it's fucking, it is what it is, right? And yet again, military's a machine, and at the end of the day, you wear the uniform, you're a number.
you sign up. You're a
You have
number.
You have a
That's it.
purpose, and your purpose is to serve the fucking purpose that the military decides is your purpose.
And like I said, I was ready to go. I am so glad that I didn't because
No, it's
no,
rough. It's
no,
just
no. Like I said, I was trained. I was ready to go. I was a fucking goddamn gunner on the rear gun truck and the fucking. I had a 240 and a fucking in the back of the convoy. I was ready to go, but thank God I did not go because I'm already a head case without it. Honestly,
we all fucking are.
I was also fucking 19, 20 years old in Hawaii. I think my military experience would have been way different had I been stationed stateside, and I could have visited,
colonists.
and I could have visited my family. Literally, I only went home twice when I was stationed in Hawaii. I went one time for Christmas, and then I went when I got married to Satan. But literally, I think if I was like stationed like stateside, I think it would have been a completely different situation. But
I barely ever came home. There was no point.
the cheapest
Granted,
ticket I got,
different
the
family
cheapest
lives.
ticket I got from Hawaii to Chicago was $1,100 round trip. Round trip, 9-hour flight. That's terrible. I fell asleep on an old lady. Yeah, I'll tell you guys about that next time. But
I bet she appreciated it though.
she did. She moved seats. I woke up next to nobody. It was like Wolf of Wall Street when he wakes up strapped to the fucking seats.
Is that really a bad thing though? You had all that space to yourself.
I literally
Hours.
I literally
activities.
woke up. I literally woke up. The flight attendant was walking by and was like, "Hey," she's like, "What?" I'm like, "Okay, where's my friend?" She's like, "What do you mean? Where's your friend?" I'm like, "Where's the lady that was sitting next to me?" She went up there to those empty seats. I'm like, "Why?" Because you fell asleep on her shoulder, snoring in her face. I'm like, "Sorry."
You're welcome.
Sorry, Gladys. This is going to be an extended episode. We have to have a part two of this.
Attention.
We have to have a part 2 of this episode.
Part 2. Part Dukes.
Part 2 of Joe.
Like hot shots.
Part 2 of Joseph Jones. You guys have not seen everything. You haven't even seen half of everything.
It's terrible. I wouldn't recommend it.
Thank you for coming.
No, thanks for having me, buddy.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.
We got an
It's been
episode 2.
fun.
We got a second episode coming.
Yeah. We get together some more and drink some drinks and bullshit and talk about all the good times and all the not good times.
This is the longest episode we got. This is an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's a very long time.
Damn, I'm boring the shit out of your people.
No, I think if nobody listened, then they can fucking eat their own ass because I will listen to this episode at least 4 or 5 times.
That would actually be kind of.
I barely talked.
That would actually be kind of.
No, you were listening.
And learning, yeah.
I mean, if somebody could eat their own ass, that would be like.
Dude, if I could eat
game-changing.
my own ass, you guys would never see me.
That'd be game changing.
Always be
Bro, I'd be literally tongue deep in my own ass.
Like the fart box is getting punched
I would
24/7.
100%. I would speed box my own asshole with my
It would always be clean.
All right, boys.
Fantastic.
Until next week.